Back in high school, I was a star on the football team. Now my life's fallen apart, dragging around this busted leg, barely keeping a failing farm afloat. It all started with that final championship game senior year. Desperate to score, I threw myself at the opposing line with everything I had. That's when I shattered my leg. That one play cost me everything. $1 million contract with a pro team. Gone just like that. After that, I just couldn't find a reason to care anymore. But I had a family to feed, bills to pay. So I made the second biggest mistake of my life. I mortgaged the farm, put up everything I owned, and borrowed a massive sum from a bank. I was going to plant 200 hectares of soybeans. If the harvest went well, I'd have more money than I could spend. But God wasn't looking out for me. An early frost hit, and I started to panic. Then came the heavy rains. That's when I knew I was finished. I drove out to the woods, plugged up the exhaust pipe, and floored it. Carbon monoxide started filling the cab. Suddenly, someone was knocking on the window. When I stumbled out, my bad leg, it was perfectly fine. I saw my old college buddy standing there. Even my beat-up pickup looked brand new. That's when it hit me. I traveled back in time. Right then and there, I made a decision. This time around, I was going to skip that final game. That way I could sign with the $1 million team. And my wife and I would never have to struggle again. I went to Coach and told him my plan. Promised I'd send him an invitation after I made it to the big leagues. But he just smiled and politely declined. He said he'd gotten countless invitations over the years. But after chasing his dreams out there, all he wanted was to come back home. On game day, I hid out at my mom's workshop. She wasn't happy about it. She wanted to see me live up to that little Mr. Football title I'd earned. With just 10 minutes left in the game, my teammates were falling apart without me. Coach was at his wits' end when I walked back into that locker room.
Sorry I'm late. Get dressed.
Carrying my mother's hopes with me. The crowd roared as I led the Coldwater team onto the field against our rivals. The whole town was huddled around their radios for this David versus Goliath matchup. We were down by 7 within minutes. When they got possession, Coach put me in. He was counting on me to save this town's pride. But reality hit hard. They were all gunning for me. Every time I touched that ball, I got swarmed. I kept getting knocked down, and I kept getting back up as they kept piling on points. People around town started turning off their radios. Just when I was about to give up, I spotted my future wife in the stands. There was something in her eyes, this mysterious strength. With the crowd cheering me on, I dug deeper than I ever had before. By halftime, I'd single-handedly brought us even, but I knew I couldn't keep that pace all game. That's when I noticed something. Nobody ever paid attention to Arthur, our weakest player. So I pitched Coach an idea, start passing to Arthur. Coach was skeptical, but he was desperate enough to try it. First pass, Arthur dropped it. Second, third, same thing. But on the fourth try, he caught it. With our unexpected formation and solid teamwork, we started racking up points. In the final drive that would decide everything, all I had to do was run down the clock. Then I noticed my wife had left the stands. While I was distracted, she appeared right down at the front. Just